Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Zenithan, and welcome to today's video for Legends of Runeterra. Today, not sure how long this video is going to be today. We have some new cards, Noxus cards today. What is most likely going to turn out to be followers slash support cards for Annie, but they also seem to be pretty decent with Jin, so maybe that means that the pre con, I don't know how you want to like say it, but like the deck that Riot is trying to push is the pairing for Jin they're trying to push is Annie Jin. Not to say that it's like as hard of a push as say like Pike Rek'Sai, Maokai Nautilus, but it seems like with some of these cards they're trying to push Annie and Jin a little bit. Jin has some burns. Some of these cards seem to like to be in more of a aggressive, burny kind of strategy. But yeah, probably not gonna be too long of a video unless I ramble a lot, which I'm kind of doing now. Because like I said, there's only 3 cards, but some of them have a lot to discuss and a lot to dissect. And we can always talk about how these cards go with current cards in the game, other cards that have been revealed, and we can speculate about future cards, like always. So let's go and look at these 3 Noxus cards. So apparently it seems like there's a magical school in Noxus now that Annie's in or something. So you got like Mana Soul Student, Spell Slinger, and the Prefect. So first off, we have Mana Soul Student, who also seems to be part of Nico's race, which more lore implications here, I guess, maybe. But yeah, so what is this guy doing? 3 mana, 3/2. Okay, kind of understated for the cost, but whatever. It's still okay stats. What does he do though? Each round, the first time you play a fast spell, a slow spell, or a skill, I play Magic Embers. Okay, what's Magic Embers? Deal 1 to the enemy nexus. So I like it. I really like this card. Here's the thing. 2 health on a 3-drop really sucks. Like, that's the problem. I feel like this feels like a card that wants to sit in the back line, never really attack it unless it feels really safe. And in that scenario, I kind of just wish this was a 2/3. Like, yeah, it's nice it can block Fearsome and all, don't get me wrong, but I really just wish this was a 2/3. I do like it though. You know what deck I think of immediately when I think of this card? I think of Sejuani. Noxus Sejuani. So like Swain Sejuani. So it gives you some pings too. So maybe Sejuani can go outside of Bilgewater now. You just play pretty much any spell that's not a burst speed spell, or I guess focus speed spell, and you get a ping. And that means you get a Sejuani freeze if she's leveled up, of course. Granted, since it is a skill, your opponent can respond before the ping goes off. But I still think this is really nice for a Sejuani Noxus deck, which is pretty much just Sejuani Swain, but maybe you can go outside of Swain. Kind of nice for Plunder too. Like, Plunder's not normally a Noxus, but maybe like a Noxus Bilgewater half burn, half Plunder deck, perhaps. And all of these cards too, these 3 cards seem to be, like I said earlier, a little extra Jin support. So Jin does like to do a little bit of burn. So maybe you'll play this with burn or with Jin too. Another backline kind of champ, or not champ, backline follower that just helps with the whole... I don't know how to specifically say it, but the Jin suite of cards, the, you know, fast, slow spell, skill kind of cards with... The Jin cards, I guess, is a good way to say them. The Jin archetype. But yeah, this gives some more payoff to the Jin archetype. So it's nice to see, but I'm not really sure how good it is. It's just really that 2 health. Dying Avalanche, Mystic Shot, etc., Blighted Ravine, whatever. Not a fan of that. Very cool concept, though. I do like that. What do we have next here, though? We got Spell Slinger. Now this card, I really like this card. Also, poor Mana Soul Student in the full art. Spell Slinger though, 2 mana, 1/1, fearsome. Also a spider. The guy is a spider, so does that mean he is a spider and he's transformed into a human like Elise? Or is it referencing the spider on his shoulder? Because this could just be another person who made a deal with the spider god, like Elise, and he's actually like part spider? I might be looking too much into the lore here, but whatever. The flavor text seems to maybe like imply that he's got at least some command over spiders, so maybe he is another person who made a deal with that spider god, whose name I can never remember. But yeah, the skill is Stiffened Sinews. When you play the Spell Slinger, basically cast Stiffened Sinews, which is a stun an enemy, or if it's already stunned, deal 2 to it instead. I don't want to say this is broken, but this is really strong in my opinion. Arachnoid Sentry is the 3-mana 3/2 spider that basically just says stun an enemy. Stun an enemy, follower, whatever. I don't know the exact wording. So comparing this to Arachnoid Sentry, because those are they're both in the same regions and they're almost the same mana cost. So you're getting a 1 mana discount on this card. It's still a spider, so if you care about spider synergy, you're still getting that, but let's be honest with you, who actually cares about spider synergy nowadays? Barely anyone. But yeah, for 1 less mana, you get, well, you're getting a 1 less mana Arachnoid Sentry, but the trade-off is you're losing out on +2/+1 of stats. You're losing out on 3 whole stats in total. But the upside is it is 1 mana cheaper, and you have that extra line of text that says if it's basically a Yasuo effect. If it's already stunned, deal 2 to it instead. Interesting. Now, what deck wants this? I don't think an aggro deck wants this. I think the 1/1 stat line is just too bad for aggro. The problem is Control is already playing Arachnoid Sentry, but I guess it does synergize well with Ravenous Flock. Maybe you play this and Arachnoid Sentry in the same deck? Perhaps. What is it called? I think it's like Thorn of the Rose creates Guile. And you can combine this with Thorn of the Rose and Guile. So you play Thorn of the Rose, you get the Guile, you play Guile, you use Spell Slinger as some janky kind of removal. And you're left behind with a 1/1 Fearsome. The problem with that is Fearsome in the control deck doesn't really do much. Maybe helps you get a Plunder trigger if you care. But I will say this, I do think this card is really strong. My reason for that is because I look at other 2-mana ways to stun, and they're playable and not as good at stunning, I'd say. Like, basically, Solari Sunhawk. Solari Sunhawk is the 2-mana 2/3. It has to Daybreak, and it stuns the strongest unit on the field. 1, it has to Daybreak, so that's already a downside for Sunhawk. And 2, you can't choose what's getting stunned. So comparing Spellslinger to Solari Sunhawk and Arachnoid Sentry, both of which are cards that see play, I really like the guy. You might argue like, well, there's some Daybreak synergy for Sunhawk. Yeah, but Sunhawk also sees play in non-Daybreak decks, just like Targon control piles, Targon value piles, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I like the guy. Also, it's some more Yasuo synergy. So, you know, Yasuo Noxus, Yasuo Swain's looking not that bad anymore. Maybe if Annie has a little bit of stun synergy too, you can do like Yasuo Annie, maybe Yasuo Jin with some of these, just like, so Yasuo Jin would be like what? Jin, all of these Jin cards basically would play with skills, and then Ionia too. That seems pretty solid, like a weird like tempo-y pseudo burn stun style deck with these weird burn cards and the stun cards. Even if you don't draw Yasuo, you're still getting some tempo with all these stuns. Jin's getting a little bit of chip damage in every now and again and going for the level up. And then Yasuo is, well, Yasuo. Plus, we saw a card yesterday, Strategic Execution, which is also more stun support too. So between Strategic Execution and Spellslinger, I think Yasuo's still a meme, but it's looking less and less like a meme and more like a fringe tier 3, maybe even tier 2 deck. So yeah, Yasuo Swain, Yasuo Jin, Yasuo Katarina might be a thing now. So yeah, big fan of this card. Definitely gonna play 3 of these in Yasuo decks, probably with 3 Arachnoid Sentries too. But time will tell. Maybe like a Monastery of Harana Jin Yasuo deck is what I'm thinking. Bounce this guy back with your Monastery, replay him over and over, get some insane value with this guy. Sadly, it's going to be hard to actually make use of the Fearsome tag, though. I feel like the Fearsome tag is mostly there for flavor because, you know, he's a spider, and a lot of spiders are fearsome. And for our last card, what do we have? The Prefect. Also, we got Annie here, too, so we get to see, like, a little hint of what Annie's going to look like in the, in Legends of Runeterra. Very cute. Kind of hate that they removed her little bunny bag. I missed the bunny bag. I'm pretty sure it was a bunny rabbit on her backpack, but she's still looking cute. She's still Annie. Got Tibbers here too, so it's gonna be nice. But what is the Prefect doing? Well, the Prefect is a 3-mana 1/3 with Overwhelm. Okay, kind of understand it, but what'd she do? When you play a fast spell, slow spell, or skill, grant me +1/+0. So it's a permanent buff, so that's nice. So it's more Jin payoff is what you're telling me. Here's the problem I have with the card. 1. Prefect doesn't have a skill herself, so you have to be a Noxus if you want to play her with Jin. So that's already a little bit of a problem. And number 2, I feel like most of the time I'd rather just play Iron Ballista, the 3-mana 4/3 Overwhelm. Just a simple 3-mana 4/3 Overwhelm. Because if you're not if you're playing Prefect over Iron Ballista, you have to get 3 fast spell, slow spell, or skill triggers just to get Prefect up to Iron Ballista stats. And then you need a 4th trigger just to get it to be a better Iron Ballista. That's a lot. That's really slow, in all honesty. Maybe I feel like I might be underestimating their skills in general, but that's just a lot of triggers you gotta get. So maybe Annie will have something to do with this and help out here. Maybe Annie cares about fast spells, slow spells, and skills, so maybe it'll be even more. She'll go even more with Jin than I'm already considering. But this is just so slow. Feels like you're just never gonna attack in with the Prefect until you get her to be big enough, or you just have free attacks, of course. So yeah. Now people are adding me on Discord. Ignore the ads on Discord. But yeah, so no idea. Anyway though, but yeah, like 3 cards: Mana Soul Student, Spellslinger, and the Prefect. Real quick overview, because like I said, it's not going to be too long of a video because only 3 cards. Mana Soul Student, fairly little understated for a 3-drop, but interesting. Cool Plunder and Swain and Sejuani trigger enabler, whatever you want to call it. Just a little worried about that 2 health. Spellslinger, I think it's really strong and could even potentially be borderline broken. Prefect just seems a little too slow, but if the fast spell, slow spell, or skill archetype has enough payoff, then maybe it will see play over Iron Ballista in the deck if you really just need a 3-drop. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. I'd love to hear your opinion on these cards, just 3 cards, but yeah, give me your opinion on these cards and just how you think they'll go with Annie, how they go with Jin, how they go with other cards like Yasuo, Sejuani, and what kind of decks you think would like these cards. And if you guys just enjoy the video in general, I would love it if you could leave a like or a comment down below, as it really helps me and my channel out. And if you guys want to keep up with the Legends of Runeterra content, you can always go and subscribe to the channel as well. Also, if you want to watch me play some Legends of Runeterra, you can go and check me out over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Xanatin, where I stream pretty much every single day. Anyway, though, with that all said and done, thank you all again once more for watching this video, and until I see you guys in the next one, bye!